the level of your waist, back to center, and rotate. Back to center. Last one. We're allowing that spine to stretch out and slowly back to center, bringing arms in front of you, and you are bending those knees. Please, as we are working, I want all of you to feel free and comfortable to chat to me on the app. I want to use this time to interact with you, so if you're feeling uncomfortable or have any questions, let me know. Let's lengthen that spine. We are placing our hands behind the back of our knees. We're extending and activating that core, extending that neck, and deep breath in. We're going to bring those hands out in front of us and slowly rolling ourselves down midway between our seated lying down position, keeping here core nice and tight, so belly to spine. We're inhaling and exhaling, bringing arms overhead. Inhale back to center. We're doing 4 of these. Exhale, arms overhead. Inhale back to center. And 2 more. And slowly, last one, lifting back up. And slowly back to center. Deep breath in. And slowly rolling yourself back up into a seated position. I want you to lift your knees off the floor. So we're holding and hovering with those feet off the floor. We're slowly going to inhale as we exhale, bringing arms overhead into double leg toe tap, and then coming back to center. If you want more of a challenge, we are extending those knees as we bring arms overhead and back to center. We have that movement. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, dropping those feet, bringing arms overhead and back to center. Back straight, core tight, and extend back to center. Let's do 3 more. Arms overhead as we double leg toe tap and back to center. Last one, all the way down and back to center. And we're dropping those legs down, bringing those hands behind our knees and hugging those knees to chest to inhale and exhale. And bringing those hands back in front of us. Let's slowly roll ourselves down into a supine position, extending arms overhead and bringing your hands to your sides. I hope you're all feeling warmed up and ready for our activations. Let's take a deep breath in, and on that exhale, we are slowly rolling and lifting that pelvis off the floor up towards the ceiling, 1 vertebra at a time. Deep breath in. And we're going to do 3 of these before we progress. Let's inhale, exhale, round that spine and lowering that pelvis 1 vertebra at a time back to starting point. As you can see, my pelvis is moving as I'm working, and we're lifting, 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 lifting. Squeezing those glutes, digging those heels into the ground. Take a deep inhale. Exhale slowly. Rolling yourself back down 1 vertebra at a time. We're going to stay in the air for this next round, so let's inhale. Exhale, lift that pelvis up, 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 up. Using your breath to help you get that perfect muscular activation. Let's dig those heels into the ground. Let's lift those hips a little bit higher, tilting that pelvis a little bit more. We're going to inhale. And on that exhale, lifting right leg into tabletop position. And then we're going to extend that leg up towards the ceiling. And deep breath in, we're going to inhale. And as we exhale, we're lowering that straight leg towards the floor. And then we are lifting it back up. And look at my toes as I'm working. We are pointing them towards our nose as we lift up. And then pointing them down towards the wall below us as we go down, and lifting up and slowly down, and lifting up and slowly down, making sure you're keeping that other hip nice and stabilized. Very nice, everyone. And last one, coming back to center, lining those knees, arms up towards the ceiling. We're going to hold for another 8, 7, breathing nicely, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing that leg to tabletop, dropping it down. Bringing your hands back to the side. Let's inhale. Exhale, lift that left leg up into tabletop. Then extending it up towards the ceiling, pointing those toes. Inhale, exhale, lower that leg down and lifting back up. And that's 1. Allow that hamstring to stretch as you're working. Very nice. Lift those hips a little bit higher if you can. Use your core and your glutes to maintain that control. Keep working. And let's do 2 more. Lifting up, using your muscles to maintain that control. And up, and slowly aligning those knees, bringing arms up towards the ceiling, palms facing each other. We're going to hold for 10. Breathing nicely. Feel the activation. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bringing knee back to tabletop, dropping it down, lifting those hips, bringing hands to sides and slowly rolling, articulating back down into our supine position. Let's bring those feet slightly larger than shoulder width apart, arms in a T position. And we're just going to rock our knees from side to side, allowing that mobility. Very nice, everyone. Allow your heart rate to decrease as we do our mobility exercise. Let's bring those feet back into the center. We're lying in that supine position, making sure that we are activating that tummy and our pelvis is in that horizontally neutral position, natural lumbar curve or lower back curve. We're going to lift our right leg into tabletop, then our left leg. Interlacing our hands comfortably behind our head. We're going to inhale, and on that exhale, lifting head, neck, and chest all the way off the floor. Inhale to pause. Exhale, slowly rolling back down. We're going to do 5 of these before we progress that exercise. And slowly lifting up. Inhale, pause. Exhale down, using that core. Please don't strain your neck. If you're struggling to do this movement, you can keep your feet on the floor while we lift that head, neck, and chest off the ground. And the last one, lifting up. And we're going to stay there, lift a little bit higher. We're going to inhale, exhale, rotate left rib towards right hip, back to center. And alternating right rib towards right hip, back to center. You are rotating again at the level of your waist. So just make sure that you're controlling that and not moving at the level of your shoulders. Last one, and slowly back to center. As we're rolling head, neck, and chest back down, we're bringing our hands behind our knees and rolling ourselves up into a seated position. I want us to extend that right leg up, aligning those knees and slowly bringing arms in front of us, keeping that other knee that's on the floor in line into midline. We're going to inhale, and on that exhale, we're rounding ourselves down back into a lying position while we keep that extension. Inhale, exhale, slowly rolling yourself back up, extending that spine. Inhale, exhale, rolling back down. Very nice, everybody. Let's do 3 more of these. Lifting arms, head, neck, and chest up. Extend. Aligned, that knee straightened, and rolling yourself back down. And last one, reaching forward and lifting up. And inhale, exhale, drop that right foot down, back straight, extending, left foot, aligning those knees, bringing arms in front of you. Exhale, rolling yourself all the way down, bringing arms overhead, and slowly lifting yourself back up and rolling down. Really focus here in this movement to extend that back when you're in that seated position. And slowly rolling back down. And inhale, exhale, lifting up, extending. And slowly back down. Last one. Deep breath in. Exhale, lifting yourself up and extending. Dropping that foot down, hugging those knees towards your chest. Very nice, everyone. I hope you're managing. We're going to bring our hands behind us, and I want those fingers facing towards your body. So a modification for this next movement, you can either keep your knees bent, lifting those hips straight up like that. If you struggle with wrist pain, you can also just push your hands, your knuckles into the ground. Otherwise, if you're wanting more of a challenge, you're going to straighten those legs out in front of you. You're going to activate that core. We're going to inhale, and on that exhale, we're lifting those hips off the ground, and we're going to hold. Inhale, exhale, slowly lower to hover. And inhale, exhale, lift. We're doing 5 of these, and slowly down. And inhale, exhale, lifting up. And slowly down. We've got 2 more. We're not going all the way down. We're maintaining that activation, tilting that pelvis, maintaining that core tightness. And on that last one, we're holding for 10 seconds, lifting and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Squeezing those glutes, slowly lowering your glutes all the way onto the floor, bringing arms in front of you. And slowly tucking in that chin and reaching towards your toes, and allow that body to stretch out, allow those hamstrings to stretch. And slowly rolling yourself back into a seated position. We are going to lift those ankles. So if you do struggle with hamstring tightness, just go according to your level of capabilities. We are getting off the floor. And all I want you to do is extend right leg and then bend. And then left leg and then bend. Try and keep that back straight if you can. But if you struggle, it's okay. I just want you to get a stretch into that hamstring. And the last one on each leg. Very nice, everyone. And slowly.
What is a good stretch for those of us that are less flexible with this? I can barely get mine.
Okay, so I've got a question here from our platform. The question is, what is this? Drop our feet down. The question is, what is a good stretch for a hamstring or an alternative? So those of you that do struggle, you can lie down onto the mat and you can extend those legs up, one leg at a time or both legs, and you can just extend and bend and extend and bend. And hopefully that helps with that hamstring and that capability with getting into that range of motion. Thank you for that question. I really appreciate that interaction. We're back on our floor, so let's get into our next movement. We are going to attempt that rollover. Those of you who do struggle with tight hamstrings or back, you don't have to go all the way over. You can just lift yourselves up towards the ceiling and then control yourselves back down. The rest of us are going to go all the way over and back down, but I will talk you through it. So let's bring our legs back up towards the ceiling. We're going to lower them at a 45 or just above a 45-degree angle. And we're going to exhale, lifting our legs overhead. And as we get to the bottom, I want you to flex those ankles and then bring them out wide. And then controlling yourself all the way back down, one vertebra at a time. And as we get to the bottom, we're rounding those legs and coming back to center. Let's do 3 more of those. Very nice, everyone. Let's lower those legs. And on that exhale, lifting yourself overhead and slowly lowering those legs towards the floor, flexing those ankles and controlling yourself back down. Remember, if you do struggle with this one, please be aware to not strain yourself and just to go according to your limits of your body. Coming back to center, let's inhale, lower those legs. Exhale, lift yourself overhead and bringing those feet out wide, flexing those ankles and slowly controlling yourself back down, one vertebra at a time. Hope you're all doing well. Let's do one more. Let's inhale, exhale, rolling over and toe tapping that floor. Bringing legs out wide, flexing those ankles and controlling yourself back down, one vertebra at a time, and recirculating back up and into center and hugging those knees towards your chest. Very nice, everyone. That was really good. I could see some good movements there. We are going to turn over onto our left-hand side to do some glute work before we progress. Some back extension. So before we begin, hips and ankles all aligned. I want this other, and we are slowly going to lift that leg up towards the ceiling and then rounding it. Your other hand can be just placed in front of you just for some support. So we are doing circular motions, and as we're going down, we're flexing the ankle, making sure you have that stability and lifting up. If you do struggle with that stability, you can bring this leg at the lower leg out in front of you and lifting up and extending and lowering down. Let's do 3 more, and up and extend and lowering down, and last one, up and extend and lowering yourself back down. We are going to keep that upper leg extended. This lower leg can be slightly bent in front of you, and I want that ankle to be nice and flexed, core nice and tight. If you want more of a challenge, you can bring your elbow under your shoulder. Otherwise, you can keep your head on your legs. Slowly inhale, and on that exhale, we are going to lower that leg towards the floor and back up. Other hand behind your head, all the way up. Try not to slump into that shoulder. That's 3 and 4. Keep going, and 5 and 6 and 7. Core top, pelvic, lumbar control while we're working and lifting up. Arm towards ceiling now. We are tucking that knee in towards our chest. Back to center, into knee tuck and extend. So that's the movement. We're doing 5 of these. Knee tuck to chest, extend, knee flexion, extend, and keep going. That's 2 and 3. Nice, Jude. Nice, Robbie. I can see you guys really clearly. You're doing really well. Very good knee height. And last one, extending up. And we're just going to do little pulsations for 10, 9, 8. I can feel my glute really nicely here. I hope you can. Keep working. 3, and I'm stomping into my shoulder, getting a little bit lazy here and slowly coming down. And just, wow, got a nice glute burn. Let's turn over onto our tummies. Well done, everyone. Let's interlace our hands behind our back. Neck is in neutral. We're bending those knees, and we are lifting those knees off the floor. So you can see my knees are lifted off the floor. We're going to do a double leg kick. So we kick, 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 and as we're extending, we're lifting in front of us and holding, and then bending our legs and rotating our faces to look the other way. And kick, 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 and extend, looking in front of you, and then bend. And let's do one more on each side. Kick, 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 and extend, looking in front of you, and slowly rotating towards the other side, bending those knees. And last one, kick, 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 and extend, and rotating towards the other side, We're going to do a 10-second hold. We're extending our arms and legs as we're looking in front of us for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Working hard, core nice and tight. We're going to take our hands away from behind us, bringing them overhead, pointing those palms towards each other. And now we're rotating towards the floor, going into swimming. So we are lifting and lower our alternate limbs to produce a swimming movement using those glutes. And 3, 2, 1, lifting up and slowly coming back down. Lifting yourself up into rest position. Well done, everyone. I'm feeling that everywhere. I hope you're feeling good. Allow the body to stretch out. We're going to turn over onto our right hand sides to do that same sequence. Let's lie, resting our head on our lower arm. Shoulders, knees, and hips all aligned, bending that upper knee onto that other foot onto that knee. Let's inhale, exhale, extending up, and slowly lowering yourself down. Bringing foot to knee, extending up, flexing that ankle as you lower, and lifting. Keep going. Use your core to stabilize as you're working. I want those hips stacked, and I want those shoulders stacked. This is a good hip mobility exercise, but also a good lumbar pelvic stability exercise. Let's do one more. Keep going. Very nice, everyone. You got really great flexibility and control. And slowly down. Let's bend that other foot just in front of you, lifting that upper leg. Again, if you want more of a challenge, you can bring yourself up and rest on that elbow. And we're slowly inhaling, flexing that ankle, other hand behind head, and inhale, exhale, toe tap, inhale up. That's 1 and 2. Keep working, not falling into that shoulder. And 3 and 4. Keep working. And last one. And lifting up and holding. Bring your arm up towards the ceiling. We're inhaling, exhaling, knee tuck to chest, and extend and bend. And extend that knee, and knee tuck to chest, and extend. Try not to move your hips while you're working. You're working that glute as much as you can. And bend, and extend. And knee bending, knee extending, knee bending to chest, and extend. And last one, into knee tuck and extend, and slowly lifting and lowering for 10. Core tight. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly bending that knee down and turning over onto your backs. Nice, everybody. Feeling a very nice glute activation. Let's tuck our right knee over our left knee and hug our ankles towards our body, allowing that glute to stretch out. If you can't grab both ankles, just grab the one, as long as you're getting a glute stretch. And lifting up and changing your knees over, hugging your ankles towards your body, and keep holding. Allow that heart rate to slow down. We've got some very, very quiet interaction from our students here on the ActivvLabs platform. I'm very grateful that you could join me. I'm so excited that you, for the first time, could be a part of this. Let's bring those ankles and knees together, feet on the floor, and we're rocking from side to side. It's very nice to see some familiar faces, so thank you. And those of you who are on YouTube, hopefully I will see you on the ActivvLabs app sometime soon. Let's extend those legs. Let's point those toes, bringing arms overhead. We're inhaling and lifting arms to sides. And as we exhale, rolling ourselves up all the way, keeping that rounded C curve, reaching our toes towards, our hands towards our toes and chest on that knee. And slowly coming back up. One more of these, rolling us off all the way down, bringing arms overhead. Inhale, arms to side. Exhale, lifting yourself back up and reaching yourself over and back up into a seated position. Thank you everybody for joining me. To those of you on YouTube, I hope to see you soon and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. To those of you on ActivvLabs, I am so excited to see your faces. I've been saying to Wafti the whole time. I literally have my twin sister, my brother-in-law, and my other sister, my future sister-in-law. How did you guys find that?
Loved it.